Realtors, stop overcomplicating the home searching process for your buyers. Let me explain. So, first and foremost, I know someone's going to say it. I'm driving, I'm looking at the road, I'm not staring at my phone, but I appreciate your concern. Now, let's get back into it. So, when it comes to searching for a home for your clients, whether that's rentals, whether that's buying, you need to be doing all of the legwork for your client. That's why they hired you. What do I mean by that? You ask them the questions on what's important to them. You narrow down their options. You do the diligence. You check through every specific feature that was important to them, whether it's the age of the home, whether it's a pool in the backyard, whether it's newer cabinet styles or not. You look at all of those things, you put that into your checklist, you make sure that it matches what your client is really, really looking for. And then you give them a list of homes that you're going to go tour. That list should not be 20 homes. You should be looking at 5 to 10 homes max at any given time. If you're going for an entire day with a client and looking at anything more than 10 homes, I would argue that that is way too much data for them to take in and make a serious decision. I was reading a book today, and they talked about the paradox of choice. And what that means is when you have too many choices put in front of you, you cannot make a good decision, because what happens is you start to second guess yourself on every single decision you make and every action that you take. So you need to be dumbing it down for your clients as best as possible, but giving them really good options to choose from in that process. It's like this. If you go to the store and you're looking to buy shampoo, but your brand that you like has 20 different options to choose from, you get stuck there looking and comparing really small finite details that may not matter. Yes, home purchase is the most important decision you can make, one of the most important decisions you can make in your life as far as what you're going to do with your future and what home you're going to buy. But you can eliminate a lot of options that are not going to tie into what your client's looking for by doing the legwork first, removing the bad apples or the ones that don't appear to match what they're looking for, and then giving them a simple list of options to choose from. 5 to 10. If you really are struggling to narrow it down, then what you should do, this is my opinion, is you should say, hey, we're going to go look at these 10 homes. We're going to take a breather. We'll come back a few hours later and do another search, or we'll come back a day or two later and look at the other homes. But what we need to do every time we go and look at homes is we need to narrow it down. What were your top 2, maybe 3 options from that? We get rid of everything else out of the equation. You've got to make it simple for your client so that they can make a good decision. Don't overload them with information that's unnecessary. Don't overload them with too many options to choose from, because they're going to second guess themselves, they're going to overthink, and ultimately it's going to create a bad transaction process. Whatever you do, though, while you're there with them, make sure you hold their hand every step of the way. People want to be supported. They want help during a process like this. You're the expert. You have the knowledge. But one thing you definitely want to do is make sure you don't overcomplicate things. All right? Y'all have a great day.